In this episode we're going to be installing a flush sliding window. It's a unique design, so it gives you like a seamless opening in here. So as you can see, it's completely flush, and in my opinion it looks a little bit better. So stay tuned. Now we're starting off of marking 4 corners for 68mm hole saw, and then drilling 4 holes as close as possible to that round corner. Once we finished drilling our 4 holes, it's time to cut an opening for our window. We're using a reciprocating saw, but you can use different tools like a nibbler and jigsaw. But I think reciprocating saw, it's a powerful tool, and it doesn't require use of an angle grinder to take that reinforcement center bar off. The great thing about this saw, it's a powerful tool and it doesn't create any sparks, so you don't really have to worry about paint work that much, but you still ideally want to cover everything, and then after you finish you just give it a good vacuum. Now in here you see I made a bit of a mistake again, but I immediately stopped. So your blade never supposed to go past that lip, but our U-trim will be covering it, and structurally it's alright, so and you will never gonna be able to see it. Ideally this would have never happened, but I live in the real world, so do you, and things do happen, and I'm just showing you real struggles behind a DIY installation. But even the DIYers just like myself and yourself can get a professional results. Just as I said before, just take your time, maybe do 4 inches or 10 centimeters at a time, and then stop. Do another 4 inches and then stop, and just go around the window like that. So maybe it's a good idea to put some tape outside on the panel, so when you cut your window out it wouldn't fall. It wouldn't fall out, so you can control it a little bit better, and then just take it out by hands. Maybe good idea to wear gloves as well, as the edges are very sharp. Here I took my angle grinder out straight away with a 120 grit flap disc, and gave it a quick tidy up, and then it just started to rain, so I had to cover my window. I just wish I had some sort of a tent or a box or whatever, so I can walk away and don't worry about the weather. And then I went around with a small file and just tidy it up by hand a little bit more. And once you finish tidying up, just give it a good hoover, good vacuum, and then you are ready for primer. Now this time I've decided to use a Hammerite paint instead of a black window primer. So in my opinion it gives you a little bit better protection against rust in the long term. So I just went around with a Hammerite paint and wait about an hour or so until it was touched to dry, and then continue to fit my window. Now in here I'm showing you the differences in size of a U-trim. You see the smaller size I put on my sliding door, and it was just perfect, just enough. And then behind the driver's seat it had to be like a thicker U-trim, like a bigger size. I'm not sure about the size now, but I think it's about 16 mil. But to be honest, I took it off later and I just carpeted over that edge. So if I would do it again, I would probably not use a U-trim at all. So I would just carpet around And here's just a sneak peek how it looks like. This is all finished, and just this rough edges of the window just carpeted around with no U-trim at all. And then you put your blinds, or in my case it's a one shade pots, and you don't see these edges at all. So one shade pots doing a great job in this regard. And this is how a rough edge looks like, all carpeted. Looks very neat and very professional, looks very clean as well. It looks like that to me anyway, so I'm happy with that. The great thing about this blinds were fully blackout blinds, and they thermal blinds as well. So this one in particular, I think it's in a storm color, so it just matches my interior, so I'm very happy with that. Here I'm just giving a bit of a clean before I'm priming, but you can see, as you can see, I still have that U-trim, but later I took it off, so you don't really need it if you carpet it over. Now you're supposed to bond your window to a clean surface. I've used a bit of a white spirit clean cloth and a white spirit before I've used this wipe of my bonding kit. So you're supposed to clean your glass first, and then I've used it to clean around the window as well. Everything I use you can find in the links in the description below, so you can see all the prices and everything. So, and now it's time to prime. Just be careful with this prime. When you dip it, just squeeze it out a little bit, because it's very runny and it can just run. And then you're supposed to apply it in one single stroke. So that's the best practice to apply. Don't be going up and down like a paint brush. And it's always a good idea just to dry fit your window first to see how it fits, and if it's rocking somewhere, just give it a bit of a rubber mallet so it will sit flat and flush. Just a bit of a thinking ahead, and I'm just putting a bit of a tape on the roof to hold my window when I bond it down, so it wouldn't slide down. Before you start squeezing your bonding out, maybe it's a good idea to put it in a bucket of hot water, so it will come out a little bit easier. Notch is already pre-cut, so a good thick line comes out of that nozzle. And once you're happy you have a good line of even bonding around your opening, it's time to bond your window. Just as I said before, just before you do it, you prime your window, you clean it and then prime it as well. Unfortunately I didn't film it here, but you're supposed to clean your window and then prime it. So apparently a primer protects your bonding from UV light. And then gently just offer it to panel. Just be careful not to push too much on this window where it opens, because you might break it. And just make sure you have even gaps everywhere, and then just simply use your tape which you earlier put on the roof just to hold it in place. Now in here, for some reason, curve on a window doesn't quite match curve on a van, so it sits a little bit proud on that top corner and the bottom corner. So I don't know why, but as many transporters I've seen, they all like that for some reason. I don't know why can't they do a window a little bit more curved so it will match like an exact curve of your van. But I mean, it's okay, it's not that big of a deal. But if you have like a bit of an OCD like myself, it might just annoy you. Every time you look at it, you'll see it, and you'll think to yourself, oh my god, why can't we do this like properly? But I think if you put a back window as well, a back glass, curves of the windows will match, and you will never gonna be able to tell what a curve of a window doesn't match the curve of one. So, but since I'm putting a single window, I do see it and I do notice it. So let me know in the comments below, how's your window? Maybe it sits perfectly flush, or how it's, I'd love to know. And this is how you fit your flush sliding window. I think it just looks great. It looks absolutely awesome. You can get this window off Glass Master in Northern Ireland. Cost me about 250 euro. We sell U-trims and bonding kits as well. So it's a one-stop shop. It's not an advertisement, it's just my experience, okay? Now, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. If you found it helpful, please give us a like, comment, and consider subscribing, because loads of more videos coming out. I just have to edit it. And I'll catch you at the next one, guys. Cheers.